Hey guys, bringing you a little bit more GPU news today. This time mostly about the 3060 Ti, which is, what is that, coming out December 2nd, and we can all jump in and try to hit some F5 again and hope for the best at launch. And let's get right to the news. By the way, we do also have some information about the AMD 6700 series cards, which should be coming out in January as far as we know. So a little bit more information about that as well. Anyway, what do we got here? Well, one thing is apparently some people have already bought 3060 Ti's, and it seems to be supported by photos as well as some price, like receipt type of information here. Now, it does look a little bit expensive, so, maybe if you want to get one ahead of time, but it's only a day or two ahead of time. I wouldn't recommend paying a little bit extra for that. But hey, apparently they're going on sale, and it looks like Main Gear is also already offering some systems with the 3060 Ti in it. So if you're looking for a whole new system and 3060 Ti is about the performance level you're looking for, it's looking like you might be able to grab one of those with a Ryzen 5 3600X. So unfortunate that it's, I'm not saying that's a bad CPU, but it'd be cool if we had like a 5600X in there if you're getting a new computer. But hey, that's in there. And again, all the links to all my info I give you guys today are going to be in the description. Those of you who have already subscribed to my channel and are used to it, and thank you guys, everybody who's done that. But like I keep saying this, but I've been doing YouTube for less than 2 months now. It's been so much fun to get all the support from everybody on here. But anyway, the point is, we do have this information for you in the description if you'd like it. Now, what should we actually expect from the 3060 Ti if you haven't been keeping up with this? And do we have any leaked information supporting what NVIDIA claims? So for performance-wise, what NVIDIA has claimed is that this is basically going to give you 2080 super levels of performance, which is cool because that was a $699 card, and this should be a $399 card, although if you don't get one at launch, don't necessarily expect to be paying that anytime soon until supply settles down, as we've seen with all of the GPUs, right? But what do we have? So we have had some leaked information from Firestrike and TimeSpy that does seem to support this. So in Firestrike and TimeSpy, Video Cards has done a nice little graph here for us. By the way, this information is several days old at this point, but this is just a summary of what we know so far about the 3060 Ti. So you may have already seen this, but in these leaked benchmark numbers here, we do have the 3060 Ti beating the 2080 Super in both of those benchmark results, but not by much. So it is pretty comparable performance, at least in that test, and if you trust these leaks over the 2080 Super. But since that's confirming pretty much what NVIDIA told us, I'd expect this to be pretty accurate. It is, if you're comparing it to, should I get the 3060 Ti because I can't get a 3070 right now? Well, it should be about, 10%-ish slower than a 3070. The exact percents are going to depend on the exact application and all of that. And that seems like a pretty good deal to me, because if you compare at least the MSRPs, which we know can be misleading depending on the models or whatever, but both cards get affected by that, right? So at MSRP, 400 instead of 500 is 80% of the price of a 3070, and you're getting close to 90% of the performance. So it's seeming like you might be getting a better performance per dollar out of the 3060 Ti. And as far as I know, they both come with the 8 gigabytes of memory. And again, if you're down in this price range with the 3060 Ti, I'm guessing you're not trying to drive those 4K monitors where that 8 gigabytes of VRAM is going to be more of a limit. I'm not saying it can't become a limit at 1440p or especially like 1440p ultra wide, but again, if you're paying this kind of money and you're at a 3060 Ti, you're probably more okay with that amount of VRAM, although of course it would be nice to have more. Like we'll see from the AMD, even the AMD lower models, and I'll get to the AMD cards in a second, but we should be seeing probably 12 gigabytes of VRAM on the 6700 series cards. Anyway, what else do we know about the 3060 Ti? We've had some leaked Geekbench results showing up in the Geekbench charts. And in these, it's only the OpenCL that leaked at this point in time, not the Vulkan and oh, what is the other one? The DirectX 12 or whatnot. Anyway, the point is, in OpenCL compute, here's how it stacks up against the other cards. Now, you might be noticing it, again, a little bit ahead of the 2080 Super, which is where we would expect. And if you're thinking, wow, that's really close to these like AMD, like RX 6800, which should be a much more expensive card, this is a compute thing, right? This is OpenCL performance, not gaming performance. So don't let that mislead you on how it'll probably line up with the 6800 in gaming performance. In gaming performance, we know that 3060 Ti is going to be below the 3070. And we know that the 6800 does beat the 3070 unless we're talking ray tracing. And even then, well, anyway, we don't need to get into all those details. But the point is, don't let this one mislead you if you see people reporting on this. This is a compute thing using OpenCL. All right, now if you are very interested in these, apparently there's also been some unboxing videos for all the Gigabyte cards. So if you're interested in taking a look, if you search online, you can get some nice information. Again, this will be linked in my description to the video, and you can see some nice unboxings of these cards. Once again, these should go on sale on December 2nd, and the nice thing I'm seeing is, as far as I know, the cards will get full reviews published on December 1st, and so we should actually have good information about them before they go on sale December 2nd, except for the fact that apparently they have already gone on sale if you found the right place to look. Anyway, I did say I have a little bit of AMD news as well, which is that Patrick Schur, who has given lots and lots of accurate leaks in the past about these AMD cards, has provided some BIOS information for the cut down AMD Radeon cards, the 6700 XT and the 6700. And we're seeing that the GPU clocks are going to be allowed maximums that are very high, even possibly faster than I think the 6800 XT was only allowed to go up to 2.8 gigahertz, and at least one model here that they had, these do appear to be custom models, not the reference cards, was seeing boost clocks up higher, at least allowed in the BIOS. And so if you want more information about this, you could take a look at this information in my description. But just if you are holding out for these cards, we do have some information on the power limits. We do have some information on the maximum allowed speeds. But remember, if you're just comparing the gigahertz number, right, or the megahertz number on the boost clocks and maximum allowed clocks, just keep in mind that it's not the same GPU as we have in the 6800 and the 6800 XT. In the 6900 XT, that's the Navi 21. This is the Navi 22, and notice on the just overall compute units, we're cut way down. So if you're thinking, oh, this boost, higher than the 6800 or whatever, just remember it's not the same thing. And we are expecting to see 12 gigabytes of VRAM in these things. And again, not quite the same memory bus that we're getting on those higher end cards, but again, it should be pretty good. Lower power draw as well, and we should expect these in January 2021, which is probably about when we should also be expecting to see more stock on these other cards here too, based on what I reported on in my last video. Is that my last video? Well, one of my last couple of videos. I think it was my last one. Anyway, so that's what we're seeing as far as information on these goes. Let me know in the comments. Are you interested in the 3060 Ti? Is that more the price range you're looking at? Are you going to try to fight the bots and actually get one at launch? Because honestly, my opinion on that is... sorry for the notification there. I forgot to turn my speakers off while I'm recording. Anyway, my thoughts on trying to jump in at launch on these things is if you have to buy one of these after launch, a lot of times it seems like you're paying scalper level pricing, and a lot of AIB models for cards have been well above the MSRP, especially on the AMD models, but also a lot of the NVIDIA models. So trying to jump in and grab a reference card at launch, I know it's a small chance of getting one, but if you do get one, it might be one of your only chances to actually get a card at MSRP and to actually know when they're launching, to be able to know when to try to mash F5 and get one, rather than following all of the alerts and things to try to find out when a GPU is going to be available. All right, I've got to teach my next class. My break's almost over here. If you made it to the end of the video, hit the like button if you liked it. Don't hit the dislike button because that hurts my YouTube algorithm. I mean, do what you want, guys. Anyway, consider subscribing to my channel if you're interested in technology-related content, especially PC-related, but not exclusively. And as always, I hope you guys have an excellent day.